What's happening, fam? LAR movement still moving. Subscriber Trying. You see the thumbnail. Are you surrounded by bad apples? This is why I gotta ask this question. One bad apple spoils the bunch. But when we talk about, people's life and success, show me your friends, I'll show you your level of success, right? And what if your friends are bad apples? What do you think is gonna happen? Like, what if your friends are hot-headed, right? Where are those hotheads gonna lead you to as a group? Because you might be level-headed, your friends might be hot-headed. So anytime you're with your friends, you gotta make it level. Anytime they get with you, they gotta turn it up. So that's pretty much stagnation. You know what I'm saying? No progression. And then you got people who are very rebellious, and you got people who are very progressive, right? So if you're surrounded by rebelliousness, then you're going to just do some rebel type stuff. What is that going to do for you in the long run? Not really much. Not really much. So we have that whole dynamic, right? So now that one bad apple spoils a bunch. And then I got to get into this, what you've seen online is a lot of bad parenting. So you see bad grandparents have kids, the kids become bad parents, and they have kids, and what you see is, one bad apple spoil a bunch in the sense of that bad apple is the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. So now all the focus and attention is to the bad apple, and it spoils all the other kids because they can't get the amount of attention that they need because they're not bad enough. So now they become neglected. So one bad apple as a parent destroys a bunch. And then you have these situations where you got families coming together around dysfunction. So they're really trauma bonding, and it's spoiling the relationship with the kids who exhibit the least amount of trauma or can handle the most adversity and turn a negative into a positive. So where we at? See what I'm saying? Where are we at with this? I like being online. You have these situations where people like to talk about where they came from, the neighborhoods, and this, that, and the third, kind of hip-hop rapper struggle speech. And everybody came from the hood. If you're black, for the most part, a lot of us came from the hood. That's what it is. But the interesting thing about it is you got too many people who came from the hood who love the hood, so they say, because they want to come back and stun on the people in the hood. See what I'm saying? So it creates animosity. It creates more drama. It creates more conflict. And it spoils. It's not as far as inspiration as it is instigation. So now that's a bad apple spoiling a bunch. Look, I did all the wrong things in life and I'm successful. Look at me. Your kids need to deal drugs like me. Like, whoa, slow down, playboy. You're not going to be in my house when this go left. You know what I'm saying? You're not going, if we got to go to the jail or go to a lawyer's office or go to a bail bondsman, you're not going to be in this house. We can't call you. You feel me? So that spoils the bunch. It's just that bad apple mentality. And then the interesting thing about, bad apple, you got if a fruit is molded, it spreads to the rest of them. So you got to get rid of the molded one. So the interesting thing about it is we cater to the bad apples and the molded fruit, but we want, how can I say this properly? The pristine fruit that gives you nourishment to subsidize the bad apples. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wait. They can't give all of themselves because this person has rotted themselves. That's not going to work out. Like now you want, you don't want this bad apple to spoil a bunch. You want to, in a sense, you want to put the bad apple right by all the good apples instead of taking it out and hope that the good apples make the bad apple healthy again. And it's only just tearing them down. And then like, I don't understand why this doesn't work. Well, you do know why this doesn't work, but you want to make this a special exemption and make it an exception for you, and it ruins this whole situation. So what I mean by all this is, when I say, are you surrounded by bad apples? You have some of us are surrounded by people who can only see things in a dysfunctional paradigm where, you know, I might be a bad apple in this way. They might be a bad apple in this way. They might be a bad apple in this way. They might be dysfunctional in this way. They might be dysfunctional in that way. They might be dysfunctional in that way. But now we've all surrounded a person who's learned how to manage themselves and not be dysfunctional. And now we're trying to pull at that good apple until there's nothing left. So, you know, like sometimes people think about crabs in a barrel, even though, you know, crabs aren't supposed to be in a barrel, blah, 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 blah. But what I'm saying is, these bad apples are trying to literally, you know, yank at the core of the good apple in hopes that I'm going to get something from your DNA that makes me better and can help me survive. And if you die in the process, my bad. You know, but I was rotten, so I had to do something. We was all desperate. So we can't, you know, so what you see is people who are constantly getting taken from and are not getting poured into or even reciprocated to. And they got to figure out an escape plan to get away from all the bad apples. Because if they don't, it's going to cost them their life. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.